Skip happens. Skip happens. Skip happens. Skip happens.
Welcome to the podcast. My name's Skip Clark, Skip Happens podcast host, along with Skip Happens podcast co-host Deb Lamphere, president and founder of the official country music fan club. This is the podcast that will bring you the stories. We will interview the incredible up-and-coming artists out of Music City. Also, we chat with the big stars, and we talk about their journey to stardom. We also love talking to entrepreneurs. Not only that, it's people like you and I. That's all. And just remember, Skip happens. So get over it. Let's get right to the podcast. I love that. I love that. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to another edition of Skip Happens. So get over it. Let's get right to the podcast. And, of course, Deb Lamphere from the official. She's the president and founder, as I mentioned, of the official country music fan club. And we've got another great guest tonight. You know, it's night after night after night of having some great guests. Last night we had the legendary Pat Boone, kind of the other end of the spectrum. And tonight we've got a beautiful young lady. Her name's Leigh Miller. This is all part of the independent music series with our friends at Music City Media. And let's give a big welcome to Leigh. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Welcome. Absolutely. Jenny, let's get it started. Where are you and describe your surroundings?
Yes, so I am in my house in Northford, Connecticut, surrounded by woods, which is nice. And, I have my brother here playing guitar, and we'll be playing some original songs tonight for you guys.
Cool. Oh. Does your brother play with you on a regular basis?
Yep, he was on tour this year when we went to the East Coast. We had a lot of stuff canceled, but I think we saved 2 or 3 gigs. So,
that's awesome. Mm-hmm. You made a stop in one of the radio stations that I love. I know it was 102.5, 2.5, and you were like their pick, which was really cool.
Yeah, Carolyn's so nice.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, let's get right to some of these questions. You are a veteran. You spent how many years in the Army, you told us?
4 years in the Army.
Mm-hmm. Did you get deployed?
Yes, I went to Kuwait and Iraq.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Were you scared being over there and being so far away from home at a young age?
Yeah, I mean, I was 20, so you don't really know what's going on in the world at 20 anyway, but definitely it was scary. You don't know what's going to happen. It's very stressful, so...
What made you decide to do something like that?
When I was younger, I always watched FBI, History Channel, that kind of stuff, and I wanted to go into one of the agencies, and I felt like that this would be a good way to get trained and get a clearance, and get my education and just serve, because I served in that field too, so I got a taste of it.
And how come you didn't make a career out of it? You got out after 4?
Yeah, I was going to go into an agency, but it was really just my heart being tugged towards music. And I knew I couldn't do both. You cannot be a country singer and be a 3-letter agency person. You just cannot. I mean, you could, but I can't do it.
I know, it'd be a lot of work. You said you're in Connecticut, so you're like right over there. Yeah. You're like really close. We're in the Northeast.
We can walk over.
Yeah, I did not know where you were. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And do you get to New York City often? Because you got to be really close.
Yeah, we have gigs there, and we rehearse at the studio there in Manhattan a lot what we used to before COVID stuff.
So you're that close to the New York side. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably like an hour and a half from New York City. So
that's not bad. That's not bad. I actually thought about maybe taking the drive to New York on one of these weekends. I have a son with disabilities, and he's always wanted to see New York City. And I'm thinking right now with, the number of people that's down, the traffic is down, all because of everything that's going on. I thought, this might be a good idea to take him to see like Times Square.
It would be a great time. Yeah, it's actually, there's nobody. So it would be a good time to see Times Square, all that stuff.
Yeah, I pop on the webcams every once in a while for Times Square, and I'm like, where is everybody? It's amazing how there's
an exodus too. Everybody's leaving. So
yeah, I know. That's kind of crazy. But
I wonder if they'll put the tree up this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Well, you did hear that Macy's was not going to have Santa Claus this year.
I did hear that.
Yep. They made that announcement
Don't
today.
tell me that. That's so depressing.
I know, isn't it? That's like really. And, you know, a lot of these events, we got Halloween coming up and all that. And of course, now the CDC is releasing, we're not going to talk much about this, but they're releasing all these guidelines about what to do for Halloween, what not to do, and whether or not you can go trick-or-treating or not trick-or-treating, you know, the kids. And they've got their hearts set on doing a lot of this, but they're trying to steer you in a different direction to be safe. So it's
Right.
it's kind of freaky. It's kind of scary. And let's talk about that a little bit about the quarantine. How has all that been? How have you handled all that?
Well, I had my agent call me and just every week, this gig's canceled, this gig's canceled. So your money goes down, your preparation, right? You're excited for these gigs, and it's just like, nope, not happening. This theater's closed, this amphitheater's closed, whatever. And then, so I've been writing a lot. Actually, I've been writing with actually some country artists in England. So we do that. There's someone named Danny McMahon. He's actually blowing up over there. So we've been doing that. We've been doing a lot of writing, planning the next album, and just I've been enjoying spending time with family, my dogs. You know, it's been nice.
So maybe no, go ahead, Deb.
Nope. I was just wondering, how do you connect with songwriters in England?
Well, actually, Instagram. You know, if you are showing up in New England, where I am, obviously, and you know, people see you trending, they're like, okay, I like her voice. I want her to be on my record, or I want to write with her. And Instagram is really the way to connect. A lot of opportunities I get are from Instagram. So,
Interesting, very interesting. And you're using social media. I mean, to help, you know, help you through all this. But there's got to be that good side where you said, yeah, the bad side is all your gigs have been canceled. You don't have the money coming in. But then the good side is you are able to write some more. You're able to, you know, perfect your maybe singing or just come up with new songs. And so when all this does open up, you can go out there and you've got a whole slew of good stuff.
Yeah, that's what the major artists are doing too. Everybody's writing now. You know, tours are getting planned. So, you know, it is a good time. And it really is important with family, because I was always running around and I never had time to spend time with my family. I mean, everybody. I was working. I was going to shows. I had no life. It was just keep going. And now I can slow down and enjoy my family, and my dogs.
And your dogs. So do you think you'll pace yourself a little bit better when things start going back to normal?
I will try, but you know, I actually don't want them to go too much back to normal, because you know, sometimes it's too fast, that the life that people live, it's too fast, and you're just like, okay, we do need to slow down. I think some of it's good. All the excessive travel, I think, is kind of crazy. People don't need to be doing that. A lot of the stuff is too crazy. I think some of it's good for the earth, not having so many cars driving, but you know, it's been, hopefully it does pick up a little bit, because a lot of musicians like me and everybody are hurting, and everybody's hurting, not just musicians, small businesses. I mean, my favorite restaurant comes down. That's sad. So
it's tough. When you were deployed, were you singing just to keep yourself busy? Were you just hanging out playing your guitar? Did you take it with you, or did you anything like that just to pass the time?
Yeah, it was actually funny. We would do our, you know, intelligence stuff that we did during the day, and then at night I would have some friends that would come around a little fire area we had, and I had a guitar that my dad shipped to me, and I was learning to play it. So you know, I was going through the whole fingers were hurting kind of, you know, stages that you go through. But you know, we would play everything. We would play, you know, like bands of like Oasis, Dave Matthews, like whatever anybody wanted to hear.
Love it.
And, you know, that was our way of like just unwinding and connecting after, because it's stressful. Like Intel is a stressful field, I'm sure you guys know. So it's like most fields, you just want to decompress, and that was a good way to do it.
How many other women were deployed along with you? I mean, I think it's great to see the women doing what the guys can do. I mean, you do it just as good, if not better. And were there other women there besides you in your
Yeah, there was probably like 5 of us out of like 200 guys, so not a lot of women. And there's not a lot of women in, you know, intelligence, actually. There's not. Well, maybe there is now, but when I was in, there wasn't too many women, so.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a lot of credit for what you did, what you've done, and we thank you for your service. And now you're back on our, you know, right here at home, and you've started off your career or maybe just picked it up and moved forward with it. And you've got some great music out there. Tell us about the new single that's coming out early November.
Yeah, so the new single is called God and Country.
Okay.
And I wrote that in 2018. And because, it'd been years that I really wanted to write a song about the military or my experience. And it just came to me, this melody, these lyrics. And, I had Dave, my brother, like I said, write some chords and said, okay, I want this to be a big soaring melody. I don't want this to just be like a songwriter song. I want this to be a big song. So we did that, and now we have the song.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Deb and I, before you came back on and before we were live, of course, we were playing the song just to hear you and your voice. It's like so
amazing,
powerful and amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Have you how many times have you been to Nashville?
So yeah, I lived there for the last year. I lived there mid 2018 to early 2019. I lived there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Midtown, so.
I got you. Oh, okay. Know it well. Deb spends a lot of time there, and her son lives there. So.
Oh, very nice. I love Nashville. I really do. I'm glad I'm not there now because of COVID, because I'll be away from family, but beautiful town, awesome people.
Absolutely. Tell us about it. You put an album out, what was it, 17, 18? Didn't you put an album out? I think you did.
Yeah, let's see, in 2018, I put kind of like a 4-song EP out.
EP, okay.
Yeah, and then 2019, I had like 2 singles last year that I put out. So
I must be thinking of the EP. I remember I was reading something about it. But
yes, yeah.
Very strong. Now, tell us, that's your brother on the guitar.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. It's a family affair. I love this.
Well, I mean, no one else would. This is crazy. This crazy life. This music life, right?
So have you guys been playing together since you started your musical career path?
Yeah, since we were in college, really, we went to UConn. Yeah, we both went to UConn together, so we would like in between study breaks, we'd hang out, we'd write songs, we'd play at the music room. So yeah.
You went to UConn. That's a big rival to the Orange.
Oh, sorry.
The Huskies and the Orange, when it comes to basketball, that's huge. Even women's basketball, because we have a local Brianna Stewart went to UConn, and she actually lives very close to where I live here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she for women's basketball, she's in the the WNBA, and it's huge, it's big, and she's awesome. Unbelievable. But we need to talk about your music a little bit more. Your songwriting, you've been doing a lot of that online. You said you use Instagram, somebody said something about FaceTime. Have you been using that? I know we have somebody, is it Eden? It's been checking in here and says writing with artists on FaceTime. So do you use that at all or not?
I don't have an iPhone, so I can't do FaceTime. I have a special phone, so that one. But we do, Zoom and, and before COVID, I would write with people, down in Nashville. I would meet people and write down there. But, now there is definitely more time to write, which is the one good thing.
Yeah. Tell us about your situation with Music City Media. We love those people, and tell us how you got hooked up with them, and take it from there.
Sure. So I was just searching this year because I wanted to get some PR on my new song, God and Country. And I was like, who's going to be good? I did a lot of Google searching. I kind of talked to people that I knew were musicians, and I saw that Kat was from Vermont, and, as a New Englander, I was like, okay, I have to have her because I know she's going to take care of me, and we take care of each other in New England. So, that was nice to have her. And they're such good people. They work so hard for the artists, Yeah,
and everybody has said that. Everybody that Deb and I have talked to that is affiliated with Music City Media has said exactly that. They love them. They work very hard for the artist, and they're going to work very hard to get you out there and get you on the radio. And
they have really good energy. They're just very gung ho.
Very cool.
Love them. Great people to work with.
They are.
Do you watch any of the award shows at all? Did you see the CMT awards?
I did not. I just, I don't know. I was kind of disillusioned with everything, and I've been actually more tuned into politics this year than anything. So,
So I know it's kind of got everybody's attention.
so I didn't. It's not the same without the audience. You know, I was gonna watch some Opry shows, but I was like, there's no audience. This is weird. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, it's weird.
They're just starting to bring back in small doses the Grand Ole Opry on the Saturday nights. They're at, I don't know, maybe 25% capacity. So they're starting.
It's a start.
It's a start. So, I mean, I know the bigger venues, they can support that because they have the space to do that. But I'm glad they're finally starting to go in some direction. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's hope. Let's hope it continues.
Yes.
You know, and just, you know, I think everything that's going on right now, from the entertainment to the politics to just every different angle, everything is just so messed up.
Oh, I know.
I don't even know how else to say it. I'm lost for words tonight, but just been one of those days. But anyway, to get your brother
in 2020, when the clock struck 12, I'll be honest, I had a really weird feeling. Like, I had just like a weird negative feeling. I was like, what's going on? And then this felt crazy.
Ooh, a little intuition there.
I do have that, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Unbelievable. So you got your brother. He's got a guitar in his hand. Can we hear a little something? Can you tell us what what can you maybe play the single or anything that you choose?
Yeah, we want to play that single?
Sure. Okay. This is God and Country.
I was just a little girl at 18. Mama couldn't understand why I wanted to agree. I knew there was more than this small town, so I packed my things and I headed out. Ribbons in my curls to tie my hair up high, to count the days when I had to say goodbye. The ballet shoes to dress blues, from pom-poms to parachutes. The little girl just grew up way too fast. When they asked me why I went in, I said, to protect the ones I love and to stand up for the weak, to believe in something bigger than me, to live for God and country. When my daddy's home went out into war, this little girl was strong, but this is not what he asked for. And I'm nothing compared to those who died, those who gave all, who gave their lives. When they asked me why I went in, I said, to protect the ones I love and stand up for the weak, to believe in something bigger than me, to live for God and country. Nothing ever compared to that day, touching down in the gray west of May. I never saw the grass so green or the sky so blue, something we all forget sometimes. I felt grace like I never knew. To protect the ones I love and stand up for the weak, to believe in something bigger than me, to live, to protect the ones I
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Your voice is just, it is just beautiful. Just beautiful. I am touched. I mean, like I said, we just listened to you. You were singing on, I think, the other radio station. So we were listening to the whole song and it sounded beautiful then. And it's more beautiful now.
Thank you so much.
Pom Poms to Paratrooper. Was that you?
Well, I will say that I did not paratroop. I was recruited to do it, but I chickened out.
Oh,
But, you know, that lyric is for the girls that were really badass who did it. So.
Well, we think you're badass. And, you know,
I was just an MI nerd. I'm not really like, I was behind a computer and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I love the words to that song, and it means so much. And I'm sure a lot of that is you. Maybe some of it isn't. Maybe not the paratrooping. But
Well, the pom poms definitely, right? And paratrooping. I was this close, but they scream at you when you're jumping out of the plane. And I was just like, I don't want to be screamed at.
I know there's already enough fear jumping out of the plane at that point.
It's terrifying. So.
well, that was on my bucket list, and Deb's heard this story a million times. But I did it, but we were tandem because I wouldn't know what to do. But it was the best thing that I ever did. So.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. And I've got the whole video of it. You know, they recorded it. It's just like, and I wasn't nervous at all. We were at 10,000 feet. Time to go. No, you're out the door. So it's cool.
My goodness.
Yeah. So tell us about the writing of that song. I mean, like I said, a lot of those words could pertain to you for the most part. I mean, is that it just came to mind because of your service and what people were going through?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when I got out, I just kept having this feeling like God was telling me, you got to write a song about this. You got to do something, you know, it's a big part of my life. It was one of the proudest points of my life. And, you know, so I wanted to also put it from a female perspective because it's very unique and, you know, no one's really done it. So I thought it was interesting. And, you know, and it wasn't just really about serving. It was also like, how did it make me feel? It made me have grace. I really felt like I found a connection to God. I found bigger purpose in my life. And that was like turning it into a song that wasn't just about the military, it was other things. And, you know, it just kind of goes from there. So.
Very cool. Very
So
cool.
how long did it take you to write that? Just curious.
What was that, like a couple weeks, I think. I had some verses and then musical orchestration, right? And then we went into the studio and they actually even made it bigger because the producer really saw a vision for it. So that was awesome too. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. What's your brother's name? I forgot to ask.
Dave.
Dave. Sorry, Dave. Dave is there. Have you two, Jenny and Dave, you guys have been working together right from the get-go, doing this? Like you've been both writing songs together. He's playing the guitar. You're doing the singing. It's been that way since the beginning, or no?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a video of us when we were like, I think I was like grade 4 and you were like 2 and he was playing like the keyboards, like the baby keyboards, and I was singing Aerosmith. So it was like in our genes to do this, and it was really weird because we actually had musicality at that age. I don't know how, but we did.
You got it in your blood, apparently. And I love that he's wearing an AC/DC shirt because I wear my AC/DC shirt or my Kiss shirt or when we do the podcast, because I love that stuff. Tonight, Captain America. But that's the first thing I noticed. I go, cool, it's got an AC/DC shirt on. I love it. Love that.
I know.
When did you realize that you could sing and that you might want to actually do that for a profession? Like, you know, sometimes there's this pivoting moment that people have and it's like, I'm 10 years old and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I had that when I was young. I was like 7 and my mom she would just blast records on, the car, and I would sing it, and I don't know what I was doing, but she just kept rewinding it, and she's like, just sing that again. And I was like, why? I sound terrible. She's like, do it again. And she did it like 5 times, and finally she's like, you can sing. I was like, really? Okay.
Oh.
And I put it away for a while. I didn't really do anything with it. I wanted to serve. I always knew I wanted to do that, and you know, I didn't want to just live for music. I went to college. You know, I got a job. I wanted to live a real life too, because as a songwriter, you need to live a lot, I think. And, you know, I don't know how it would have been if I just went to school for music or whatever. It might have been, I heard that's challenging. So.
Yeah. I've heard both sides of that. I think Deb and I have both heard both sides. We've talked to enough the new artists, the up and coming artists, a lot of those coming out of Belmont, and it can be really tough. It can be very tough.
Very competitive too, and I don't like competition. That's another reason I chickened out.
Yeah.
I don't like competition.
And I think there's a lot of competition. I mean, you are awesome. You go to Nashville and there's thousands trying to do the same thing. You have that competition, but who's going to get noticed and who is not going to get noticed? One can be better than the other, but the other would get noticed. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, but
I didn't like that either because I was so far away from family. Like I just didn't want to go live there in my early 20s, and I don't know. It's very hard. You got to be really tough, thick-skinned to do that. I mean, I did military, but these kids are down there from 18 to 28 without any family. They're living with roommates. Yeah, I just didn't have that in me. So
I think the military would make you stronger. I think that you've got pretty thick skin, knowing what you've done.
I do.
That's
down there it's very competitive, and it also I felt nobody really wants to help you. They're kind of all out for themselves because that's normal. That's just everybody's an artist, so nothing against that, but you got to really fight through all that. So
have you had a chance to go to the Opry? Have you played on the Opry stage at all? Have you done anything like that?
Nope, I have not. I would love to get to the Opry someday. That would be a goal, and I have not seen a show yet, so I hope to.
Yeah. We'll have to get you there to do that at some point.
That'd be awesome.
But you know what? It's not so hard to pursue this career from a different place other than Nashville, because we've talked to a lot of artists that just either can't live in Nashville or just choose not to because of family and other commitments, and it just doesn't work for them. And they've been very successful. So
my producer, when I first went there, told me, don't play here. Like no one's listening. People on Broadway aren't listening. It's just the bar scene. And he's like, you have to go out of the city. And no one cares here. Like there's too many people. So
right. There's definitely the pros and the cons. How about writers' rounds? Do you have an opportunity to do that in Connecticut?
We don't really do that. But last year I went to Nashville Rising Song, and my song got picked for audience pick or something. And that was cool. They have that. I don't know if you know Broadway down by what's that? No, it wasn't the Bluebird. It was that other place. Oh, where Gavin DeGraw's bar is. They had it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you know where that is? Kind of in Broadway.
It's down a little bit on Broadway. I know it. Yeah, I know where you're talking.
Yeah, so they have some stuff, but I gotta do something online. There's probably something we can find to enter. So.
It's probably gonna be near the city.
Right.
If it's something around here.
Right.
Yeah,
because there's no music scene at all. So.
I know.
What, where you are now, there's no music scene?
Well, there is.
There never was. It's really, what would you call it?
It's kind of like
jam band?
No,
Drum
there's
band?
jam band, and then there's kind of like new rock, post rock kind of.
Yeah.
There's nobody
Which
besides
is cool, but it's
John
not what we're
Mayer
doing.
that came from here.
Right. What do you like to listen to though? I know you're doing country. You've got God and Country coming out. But when you just want to break away from it all, what would you listen to? Would it be rock? Would it be dance, pop, hip hop? Or do you stick with your genre?
I don't know. What do you like?
No, I love country.
Yeah.
Modern country. But yeah, I love rock. I grew up listening to
Like the classics.
Yeah, I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin.
Eagles.
Nice.
All those people. I mean, Heart. I love Heart. Just all that classic stuff.
I could see that. I could see you doing something with Heart. With that voice that you have, you could be a Nancy Wilson really easy.
Her vocals. Fantastic.
Get on stage and maybe do a cover or something. Just let it all out. Just to make you feel good. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I do too. I break away, and although we're in the Deb and I are in the country format, but it's good to break away once in a while and just listen to something different. And there's times I'll take classic rock. That's why the AC/DC shirt or Kiss, or sometimes I just have it cranked. It's like, yeah, this is cool. And then there's other times where, all right, maybe some heavy metal. Then there's other times where I'm going to go right back to country. So all depends on my mood.
I think we all do that though. It depends on what mood you're in and what you feel like you're. I mean, I'll listen to Neil Diamond and James Taylor for a couple hours just to chill out and relax.
But if you sing Sweet Caroline one more time, Deb, that's
he's got a lot of other good songs though. I know.
Can we hear another song?
Yeah.
Sure. This is also unreleased. Wrote this actually a long time ago. So.
Yeah.
been tested, lost my faith and I've contested this beautiful world. Seen the best of both sides, I've seen the dark and I've seen the light in this beautiful world. It's a beautiful world that we live in. It's a miracle in the making. If you open your eyes and start living, it's a beautiful world. Saw a child and his mother homeless, looking for some cover in this beautiful world. There's a man over there with his hands in the air, he screams a prayer. And I've seen the light at the end of a dark cold night. Hold on to your faith, it'll carry you through the pain of this beautiful world. It's a beautiful world that we live in. It's a miracle in the making. If you open your eyes and start living, it's a beautiful world. So take a long look in the mirror. Is there something you see clearer in your beautiful world?
Nice.
I love getting privy to songs that are not out yet.
Yay.
It's like,
And it's always good to get a little inside, before everybody else.
yeah,
That
little
everybody
sneak
that's
peek.
not here. Now, did you just write a Christmas song?
Oh, I did last year, actually. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I was reading about it online. Christmas in Bora Bora,
Yes.
and that was
I hate the winters here. As a New Englander, I just can't. This year, I'm determined to go away. Even if I have to drive to Florida,
and why is it the snow, the cold, or both?
it's so boring. Like we go there and have lasagna. Like it's just the same thing every
You don't like
year.
the snow?
I love my family, but it's like every year's the same, and there's like it's freezing, and yeah. And in the winters here, are so long, they never end.
Oh, I agree.
I have to agree with you there. I think Deb and I would totally agree with you there. It's nice up until about Christmas time. And then afterwards, you just want it over so we can get into spring, get into summer. And then that's when it seems like it just kind of drags on.
The summers are so short here. That's the thing I don't like,
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know what it is with this past year with everything going on. You would expect it to go by real slow, but I know, and I'm thinking that it just flew by. It flew by so fast.
It did this year. I don't know why this year was
The whole
weird.
year flew by.
Oh my God, yeah. It's over.
And
It is.
I just want to take an eraser and erase the year, forget about this. We can forget about 2020. It never happened.
Well, again, there's pros and cons, as we were saying earlier. So there's parts of it we'd love to erase, but then there's parts of it that we want to highlight.
Right.
That's true.
We just have to find what, in our own realm, what are those highlights?
Right.
So.
Yeah. Have you ever played the Bluebird?
Yes.
And you've been there on several times. Eden is writing on the side that said you played the Bluebird many times. So.
Yes, I have not played it many times, but I've played it like 2 or 3 times. And that song, Beautiful World, I previewed that in like 2011. And then we did it in 2018. We played 2 songs, remember that? So yeah, what an awesome crowd. Everybody's sitting there listening. There's not a pin drop. Everybody listens to you. It's a great place to play.
Is it hard? Is it hard to get on stage in the Bluebird?
Yes. You have to wait out.
Audition, right?
Well, yeah, and then you have to wait outside if you're doing an open mic, and they just like randomly pick people. So you just have to go lucky.
And you never know who's going to be there.
Exactly.
And you know, in Nashville, everybody's around, everybody's just living their lives, and
Oh yeah, it's so small. You can see Lee Bryce at the bar, like just next to you. It's just a small place. So
exactly. What's can we ask you a few questions to find out a little bit more about you personally?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to ask Deb. Are you ready? Yeah, I made note of these before the podcast. What's your least favorite exercise?
As far as like working out,
I guess.
yeah, the vocal exercises too. I would say burpees are horrendous. I hate those.
Oh, I agree. I hate burpees.
It's not fun.
Oh, I love that. Somebody else said that one night. Remember that, Deb? And it was exactly that. They don't like the burpees, and it was just funny. And Deb said the exact same thing. So.
Oh, they're awful. But you know what's the worst is when you end your workout. Like I take classes and I go daily, but I hate when we end the workout with burpees. I'm like, oh, can't we just do them first and get them out of the way?
Oh yeah.
Not a good way to end.
What's your phone background right now?
What's my home?
Phone. Your phone background on your phone. What's the background?
What am I gonna say? It's actually ridiculous. It's reminding me to do yoga. So it's a picture of like Buddha like this. Like the chakras. Because I just need to do yoga because I get too crazy during the week. And I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to do it. And then of course I never do it. But I do have a yoga person coming tomorrow. So.
But I hear that's very, I have never done it, but I've talked to other people that do it and they say it's awesome. So.
It's very spiritually, you get aligned, and especially with what's going on, I highly recommend it.
Slow everything.
Yeah.
David, you can chime in on any of these if you'd like. Let's see here. What's your most prized possession?
Oh my God.
Your brother? Because
Oh, that's so sweet.
Your possession. I don't think anything is really a possession of mine. I mean, I don't know. I guess my 4 dogs, but I do have a favorite, Bella. She's the blonde. She's actually right here. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
You have 4 dogs, you said?
Oh,
wow. Aww.
That's adorable.
I shouldn't have a favorite, but there's something really special about me and her. We just have a bond, you know. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Aww.
Totally get it. Let's see here. Favorite drink to fill your solo cup with?
Yeah, I like, what's my favorite beer? I would say
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I like an Oktoberfest, a German beer. And it's
Wow.
time for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Hefeweizen, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
And I read today that Captain Morgan has come out with their own pumpkin spice drink. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I forgot what it was actually called. It comes in a pumpkin-shaped type bottle, and it's Captain Morgan, and it's a pumpkin spice. And I just thought if you take that and put it in your pumpkin spice that you get at your coffee shop at Starbucks, I bet you that's pretty good.
Yeah, Starbucks will do it for you.
Just saying. All right. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Curse. No, I get attacked by dogs. They want to go outside, and then I usually walk over to the kitchen and make coffee, and then I can function after coffee.
All right.
Same.
Yep, exactly. What was your first concert?
What was it? I don't remember. I'm asking him because he remembers my childhood.
Like NSYNC or something?
Oh my God, yes! My first concert was insane. Thanks for reminding me.
What girl did not love NSYNC?
We actually paced the bus. We were so crazy. We put our hands on the bus.
See?
Yeah.
That, or even going back a little bit further, would have been the Backstreet Boys. So
I think my cousins did. I don't think we did.
Yeah. Yeah. One more. What's your favorite smell?
Cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Fresh, hot chocolate chip cookies. Just
Yep.
Wow, this has been great, Jenny. You're a lot of fun, and we love your voice. And with Music City Media and being on board with them, I think we know you've made the right move, and they're definitely going to get you out there in front of the people that you need to get in front of, and do what you have to do to live your dream. And of course, you've served our country. We thank you. I can't say that enough, because especially in these times, anybody that's done that, you put your life on the line so we can do what we're doing here tonight. So
Thank you.
I know I speak for everybody. So,
Well, hopefully in 2021 we can get you up here to Syracuse.
That'd be awesome.
We have an audience of people that would love to hear you sing. And Dave, you have to, of course, you'll be there as well.
Yeah, where is Dave from? Dave, what do you drink?
Beer.
Are you like an IPA guy, or do you just?
I like stouts. Well, especially now. I mean, IPAs maybe in the summer.
Yeah.
Now I go for a stout or like an October.
Stout. Yeah, I got you. That's the good stuff. A dark beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. I'll have to remember that. So.
What's the age difference between you two? How many years?
2 years.
Oh, only 2. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was more than that somehow. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right. Is it only the 2 of you, or do you have other siblings?
We have one brother. He's actually going to the Army. He's 21.
Oh.
Wow.
God bless him.
Yes.
Is he going in now, or is he already there?
Soon. Like, he's talking now to recruiter and.
Oh.
So,
Oh,
Is that
okay.
more
So
or
that'll
less
move along quickly.
in your family to join the military?
Yeah. Everyone does something, whether it's being a pilot or something like that. Everybody's
I didn't do it.
gung ho. Yeah, well, it's okay. You got to do music with me, so.
David's tied up right now. He can't.
No, you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
You. That's a good thing too. Excellent thing. You know, we want to just thank you for chatting with us a little bit tonight, playing a couple of tunes. It's a pleasure to speak to both of you. We wish you nothing but the best. And we're right up the road, man. Like Deb said, we're right. If you're in Connecticut, we're in central New York. It's not that far. And hopefully when things open up and you decide to maybe visit some radio stations and do all that, we'd love to have you come by. And we'd love to put you in front of some listeners too, because, you know, it's one fan at a time. Just build that base, that fan base, which is cool. And there's no doubt, no doubt in my mind, you've got what it takes. So that's absolutely. Do you play the guitar at all, or is it always Dave?
Yes, I do. But right now, I have these on, so I did not play.
Oh. I'm going, I don't see anything. I get it now.
They look like little mini claws.
I love nails, but you cannot. I don't know how Dolly does it. She does it, but she does some weird tunings, I think, right? Because how is she able? Her nails are like this, and she plays. So.
Oh my God! You think it'd snap off? You know?
She's very talented. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't see. That's the thing about playing guitar. You know, I was talking to Clint Black once, and he had his fingernails, and I'm going, those things are huge. But then I realized, you know, it's for picking the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Well, you have a couple of top fans here that I'll give a shout out to. We have a Jeff Sherwood that's been chiming in. He big fan of yours and loves your music.
Thank
you. Skip's got a couple of people up on the side there that have been chiming in quite a bit.
Yep. Eden Langworthy has been chiming in, and Tara Kemp and Marty Ronaldo. These are people that watch us, and they love it when we bring on the new and up and coming artist. And you know, you're making fans, and that's what it's about. And if these people or anybody that's viewing this, if they want to find out more about you, do you have a website? Is there a place where they can get your music? How does all that work for you?
Yes, I'm JennyLeeMiller.com, and I am at Jenny Leigh Miller, Facebook and Instagram. It's all the same thing. And then I think Twitter.
Leigh.
Yeah, Leigh. And then Twitter is just JLM Country. So.
Love it. JLM Country.
I like that.
I love it. Jenny Leigh Miller with us here on Skip Happens tonight. And
Brother Dave.
Brother Dave. Gotta give Dave the shout out in the AC/DC shirt. Tell you.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan of Dave too. So that's cool. And you know, it's been a pleasure having you both on and just talking with us for a little bit here tonight, finding out more about you, inviting our listeners and our viewers to check you out online, download your music. If there's merch on there, we hope that they'll go on there and maybe download some merch, because right now nobody's working. So you need everything that you can get. So.
And the song comes out November 6th.
Yes.
Country. So
Yes.
you can stream it. You can preview it now too. If you go to my website, you can actually pre-order it on Spotify.
Cool. Yeah, if you go to Spotify, you can reserve it. It's that. Yes, exactly. Which is cool.
Oh, wow.
And when you know it. You know when people do that, correct?
Actually, the guy that's doing it with me, Ed, he knows. So I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, somebody on your team would know that. All right, we've got so many people that they want to add this to their list. So that's cool. Jenny Leigh Miller, again, thank you for joining us here tonight on Skip Happens. It's been a pleasure with Deb, the president and founder of the Country Music Fan Club. The official CFMC is on Facebook. Did I get that right finally, Deb?
You did. I'm impressed.
Usually, Jenny, I'm just like, all right, Deb, just tell everybody about your Facebook. I always mess it up, but thank you to everybody for watching here tonight. It's Skip Happens. Like us and subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook. Make sure you check out Jenny Leigh Miller. Listen for the music and listen to the Wolf here in Syracuse. And I know we're going to be hearing a lot more from this young lady and David. So that's cool. And we hope to see you, in person soon.
In person, absolutely. And one more thank you to Music City Media for giving us some great independent artists here. I just love getting to know you.
Yes, absolutely. And stay right there. And just thank you, everybody, for watching here tonight. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. And thank you, Dave.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Here we go.